Good morning, all. Welcome to the May 20th meeting of the Town of Hempstead IDA and LDC meeting. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. So a couple of quick things before we get started. I want to welcome Ms. Carter from the Village of Hempstead as a trustee, and I also want to welcome a new trustee who's representing. Would you please identify yourself, sir? Excellent. Welcome. So we have a quorum this morning. Any public comment on any issues with respect to the agenda items specifically? Having none, let's do village business. Village of Freeport, wonderful staff of the IDA and LDC, no Village of Freeport business. Thank you. Village of Hempstead, the update on the fire marshal violations for Harris Beach, 50 Clinton Street, Hempstead. They're in compliance? They're in compliance? Okay, okay. Okay. Any other comments from staff? Any questions from the board regarding the 50 Clinton? Hearing none. New business. Applications, transaction resolutions, and presentations. The first one is a presentation and consideration of an authorizing resolution for JAEP Properties, LLC, 2283 Grand Avenue, Baldwin.
Good morning, Peter Curry, Farrell Fritz, 400 Arkansas Plaza, Uniondale, New York. I'm here on behalf of the applicant, John Pacey, a principal of JAP Properties, is here with me. Again, thanks to the board for hearing this application. The property is located within the Baldwin Mixed-Use Overlay Zone, the B-MX zone, which is to encourage the development of a walkable, compact, and transit-oriented downtown with a mix of residential, retail, and commercial uses supported by new infrastructure accommodations and planned station improvements. It's an approximately 71,000 square foot, 4-story mixed-use building with 12 one-bedroom and 42 two-bedroom rental units, ground floor commercial space. The site plan was issued by the Town of Hempstead on, site plan approval was issued by the Town of Hempstead on April 8th. The project cost will exceed $27 million. We have gone through the process with the agency. I think the agency has received the Comorn report. We provided an MRB report. The Comorn report reviewed hard construction costs, allocated about 70%, which is $11.3 million to the town. It also estimated 49 direct, indirect, and induced jobs and an overall economic impact of $19 million due to the construction of the project. There will be 50 net new households in the town of Hempstead with an annual spending of about $2.4 million and an overall economic impact of that spend of about $4.6 million. Together with the on-site operations from the couple of employees, that would be an annual spend of $5.3 million. We commissioned the MRB report, and that supported the Comorn report, also reported out a school district population very small due to this development, and that population would increase by 0.11% due to this project. Now I'd like to open it up for any questions.
Excellent. That's the former, I just checked, that's the old funeral home that's
Correct.
there currently in that space?
Yeah.
Excellent. Board, any questions on this project before we go to a motion and vote? 2283 Grand. Staff, any comments, concerns? Okay. There's a guest in the, please stand and identify yourself and approach the podium, please.
My name is Dr. James Robinson.
for the record, no worries.
Hello, thank you for your time. My name is Dr. James Robinson. I am the Assistant Superintendent for Business at Baldwin Schools. I would just ask the board before voting to make careful consideration to the tax impact on what represents just shy of 90% of residential Class 1 properties. The school district is not responsible for assessment values in Nassau County. However, as Nassau County does those assessments, you will know out of the 4 classes, Class 1 and Class 2 representing residential homes is just shy of 90%. So that additional 15 years that you're considering is an extreme burden on that residential property class. And I think that's an important consideration before you make your final decision.
Noted. Thank you for your comments. Dr. Robinson, correct?
Yes,
Thank you very much. Staff, any comments about anything before we go forward? Mr. Curry?
I did want to point out that the property currently pays about $74,000 in real estate taxes. By year 4 of this project, it will be paying $140,000 per year, and that number goes up pretty significantly. At the end of the pilot period, it will be paying $600,000 in pilot payments. So while there is concern for the school district as well as the other taxing jurisdictions, I think this project, upon completion, will add significantly to the taxes that are paid to the taxing jurisdictions.
Excellent. Thank you for your comments in response. All right, so if there's no further comment from the board, well, please approach, not from the gallery.
In contrast with all notes duly noted, it should be understood that this is not about revenue to the school district that we're concerned about. It's revenue, it's not about what the organization will be paying, it's what they would have been paying without the pilot. So that burden, that differential gets spread, as I said, on just about 90% of our residents in the community. And that is a critical consideration for the board.
Understood. Thank you, Dr. Robinson. Correct. Thank you. I don't want to do ping pong here, no offense, but Mr. Curry, please.
No, I have no further statements.
Excellent, thank you. All right, board comments? Nothing else? Can I get a motion to approve the consideration of an authorizing resolution for JAEP Properties, 223 Grand Avenue, Baldwin?
I'll make a motion.
Jack made the motion. Can I get a second? Thank you. Those in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? No. Motion carries. Thank you.
Again, I thank this board for its consideration.
Thank you very much. Consideration of a tenant consent for Valley Stream Green Acres, TCB Green Acres LLC, doing business as Dave's Hot Chicken, 2034 Green Acres Mall, Valley Stream.
This is part of a success story for Green Acres, which has had a tortuous history, but where we are now, this board and the board before you can be very proud, because they are adding tenants and becoming a viable economic addition to the western end of the town of Hempstead. In any case, yes, it is Dave's Hot Chicken, 2,500 square feet, approximately 40 full-time employees, generating $1 million in salaries. So the staff recommends this.
Excellent. I've not seen it presented yet. It's probably not timely, but I noticed in the paper there was 2 more different chains announced to go into that mall, so that's a good thing. Any comment from the board before we make a motion? Nothing else from the staff? Can I get a motion for the consideration of a tenant consent for Valley Stream Green Acres, TCB Green Acres, doing business as Dave's Hot Chicken? Motion, second, please.
Second.
Great. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Excellent. Motion carries. Consideration of tenant consent for Valley Stream Green Acres Hat World, doing business as Lids, 2034 Green Acres Mall, Valley Stream.
This generates 4.5 full-time employees with a salary of $100,000. I think it's a small entity, but a nice addition.
Yes, it's Lids. They're famous, relatively. Comments?
Is this a kiosk, or are they in a, it's a store?
It's a small store. Staff, board, any other comments before we make a motion? So, I'll make a motion for consideration of tenant consent for Valley Stream Hat World doing business as Lids, Green Acres Mall, Valley Stream. May I get a motion? Jerry, thank you. My second? Thank you, Jill. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. Next up is a consideration of a tenant consent for Valley Stream Green Acres, the Cheesecake Factory, 2034 Green Acres Mall.
Well, we've got hats, and we've got chicken, and now we have cheesecake, which is a dessert.
Excellent.
So, this is a very fine addition as well. 8,500 square feet, 110 full-time employees.
Wow.
Average, $15.28 per hour for obviously hourly employees, and almost $81,000 for full-time employees. So, again, staff recommends this addition to the Green Acres project and mall.
Excellent. Any comments from the board or other staff? My only comment is, jobs, jobs, jobs. That was 81, you said, Mr. Parola?
Yes, 110
Wonderful.
full-time equivalents.
Wonderful, wonderful. Great, thank you.
It's a day and night operation, right?
Yes, it's, I believe it's lunch through dinner. Anyway, further comment, anybody? Okay, may I get a motion for the consideration of tenant consent for Cheesecake Factory at 2034 Green Acres Mall? Jerry, thank you, made a motion. Second?
Second.
Great, those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Great, motion carries. Thank you. Next up, consideration of tenant consent for Valley Stream Green Acres Foot Locker Retail, 2034 Green Acres Mall.
This is approximately 13,000 square feet. Addition, 31 full-time employees. Salaries for the full-time, 52,000 average, 1750 is the basic going rate, not bad, for hourly employees.
Excellent. Any comment from the board? Excellent. May I get a motion for a consideration of tenant consent for Valley Stream Green Acres?
I'll make the motion.
Jack, thank you. A second? Thank you, Jerry. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Any abstention? Motion carries. New business concludes. New business other. CEO report.
You'll note, towards the end of the active projects, we have two additions, two very substantive additions, very attractive. One is a well-known, apparently, West Side Foods that does curing and procurement of meats for major restaurants on Long Island. And they're going to Charles Lindbergh. They're moving their administrative offices there from Manhattan or the Bronx. They're in Manhattan and the Bronx now. The Bronx entity will, part of the business will remain open. They're closing Manhattan and moving their business to Long Island. So it's got a long way to go. They need variances, et cetera. But it's a very fine project and one that we look to do, at least from the staff side, and I know the board feels the same way. And the second new project is a vacant nursing home that is going to be a 4-story modern office building in the Five Towns in Woodmere. So that's moving along also. Other than that, we've just updated the projects that were heretofore in the CEO report.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Parola. I want to ask not only council but staff for, do I have permission to do the consideration adoption of those 6 or 7 things under one fell swoop, or no, individually? Thank you. That's for the record, fell swoop. Okay. So, for the public and for the record, I'm going to make this comment and consideration. Consideration adoption of the bylaws. Consideration adoption of the travel policy. Consideration adoption of the recapture and termination policy. The consideration adoption of the fee schedule. The consideration adoption of the employee handbook. The consideration adoption of the code of conduct, whistleblower policy. Consideration adoption of the time and leave policy. For the record, this has all been distributed and is in the file. Comments from the staff, comments from the board before we make a motion?
We also have the retail policy that's an add-on for adoption as well.
So that would be the consideration adoption of the retail policy?
Yes, sir.
For the record verbally and also on camera. Comments from the staff or board in addition? May I get a motion to accept
So
and
moved.
adopt?
So moved.
Thank you very much. Got a second? Thank you very much. Those in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? Excellent. Any abstentions? Excellent. Motions carried. One fell swoop.
We also have another hand up. Thanks to our excellent counsel, John Ryan and his firm, which he can expound upon in a moment, the Valley Stream case that really was an irritant because we believe it was established law, and John can wax to it, but it was a successful determination by the court, and we can best reward John with positive remarks and remuneration.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to say, we got the final judgment from the court, and I think it's a significant decision for a number of reasons. The challenges were to this board's, the rationality of this board's decision to not terminate the pilot and capture benefits. And you did so on very valid and solid grounds, and the court so found. The court also ruled that they didn't have standing under the secret statute. Everybody sues under secret, saying there's an environmental impact. And the court said, no, you don't have standing to bring that claim. And also importantly, they said you don't have standing to challenge the pilot agreement. You're not this is not an aggrieved taxpayer situation. And again, that was an important consideration. These cases are always brought and they tie up things. But I think most importantly, and you had today proof of it, you had 4 tenant consents for the Green Acres Mall. The fact that you were able to stabilize and provide certainty to the tax exposure, the tax base for this development and for the investment of additional projects by the owners of this property, it speaks volumes, and it's proven by, it's the very essence of what this IDA board does. It creates economic opportunity, and this is a classic example of it. And I'm glad the court sustained you in what you did here, and the proof is in the pudding. So you're to be all to be congratulated.
Thank you, counsel. Well done, and thank you very much. I'll also say if we weren't in the 49th or 50th most expensive place to do business in our country, some of these things may not be an issue, but it is, and thankfully we have the IDA to kind of come back and support projects such as these, so thank you. Much appreciated. Any board comment? No.
I just want to say, thank you, Mr. Chair. Job well done. You are one of the best, and yeah, I agree. We are trying to do our best to bring business. I love going to Green Acres. I'm there maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times a month, and it's good to see business still thriving, and we're recovering from COVID and some other factors, and I just want to congratulate you on the job well done.
I mean, I was also going to point out, you see what's happening with some other malls out here on
Right.
the island. They ain't
Ghost
going-
towns.
They're not going that way. They're
Right.
going the other way. So this is a fine example. Thank you.
Great job.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, no old business, so we're gonna move to the reading and the, sorry? You don't need a motion to take care of that invoice, do you? We do? Okay, so, it's not on here. How do I phrase that? Motion to approve? Motion to approve the invoice and payment for the, legal work? Right? Is that sufficient? Excellent. Comment from staff on that score? You've got it, we're good to go? Meets your criteria? Excellent. Board, any comment about that? Okay, so let's get a motion out to approve the invoice for Mr. Ryan and his work on this issue. Can I get a motion? Motion second? Excellent. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Excellent. Motion carries. And again, Attorney Ryan, thanks for your hard work.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you
Welcome.
all.
The reading and approval of minutes of previous meetings, consideration adoption of the minutes of April 22nd, 2025.
Chairman, I move that we waive the reading of the previous minutes and adopt the minutes of April 22nd, 2025.
Great. Want to get a second? Great. Those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Any abstention? Motion carries. Report of the treasurer, financial statements and expenditure list, April 16, 2025 through May 13,
Thank you.
2025.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, I want to commend the staff for doing a great job. No issues, just moving in the right direction, and I want to commend the staff on doing a great job.
Excellent, thank you. Next, committee updates, there are none, correct, at this point? I do want to make a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Excellent. Second?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Excellent.
Maybe a matter of lawsuit.
To discuss matters of litigation.
Excellent. Okay, thank you. back to being live in a moment. Yeah. Okay, Michael, we're back to being live stream, correct? We never stopped. Excellent. Okay, great. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to call to order. I'm sorry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call to order the meeting of the Town of Hempstead Local Development Corporation for May 20th, 2025.
We got it.
My apologies, all right. So let's go back, recant that. Let's go, yes. Can I get a motion to come out of executive session, please?
So move.
Second? Those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Great. Executive session is over. I need a motion to adjourn the May 20th IDA meeting for the Town of Hempstead. May I get a motion? Jill, thank you for a second? Excellent. Those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Close of the meeting for the Town of Hempstead IDA meeting for May 20th. Now I want to go back and make a motion, call to order, roll call in attendance, which is all here, for the May 20th, 2025 Town of Hempstead Local Development Corporation meeting. We have a quorum. On the agenda items for the LDC, any public comment on this particular piece? I don't think so. Hi. Please present and identify yourself, please.
My name is Karen Montalbano. I'm a representative of the Baldwin Civic Association.
Good morning.
Good morning. Unfortunately, I missed the comment period and being here for the IDA. But since this is the Local Development Corporation, I do want to stress that 25 years is a very long time to ask of a community to give up, to spread across the pain of money, okay? As you go forward, and I know it's too late for the 25 years that you had voted on for this particular development, there are things going on in Baldwin, and there are going to be more people coming in looking for more pilots, more abatements, and you have to consider the local taxpayer, the resident, who doesn't have the income coming in. As you go forward in your local development, when you're voting on these, understandable about pilots, but there's a low tax base in Baldwin, and it needs to be accounted for, and it needs to, you have to think about the people who are the taxpayers, like myself, who keep watching our taxes go up, our prices go up, and I understand it goes across the board to the builders, but we really need to think about the residents as well. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, ma'am. Miss, please, come approach. Your name and your address, please.
My name is Amy Heyman, and my address is 920 McKinley Street, Baldwin, New York.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. I came at 9 o'clock. I missed the opportunity to comment about the Grand Avenue IDA. I was here on April 28th. My comments are the same. I felt that 25-year tax abatement is too much for a town like Baldwin. There are other projects that are also looking for IDA. I feel, that Baldwin has become a dumping ground. And my family has been in Baldwin since the 1700s, before it was even Baldwin. And this makes me very upset. First of all, I feel that developers, are they really in need of IDA assistance? I mean, 25 years? That's a very long time. 10 years, maybe 25 years. Where is my tax abatement? I rebuilt my home after Hurricane Sandy. I paid all the fees, COs, you name it, I paid it. My taxes go up because I make the community better. I just feel, and I just have to tell you that a lot of my neighbors, family and friends did file an appeal. We did email town attorneys, board members. We got no response. The only person I got an email back from was Judy Griffin. So, the funeral home that was there, yes, I know the building was in bad shape, but it was from 1903. I did contact the Nassau County Historical Society about it. They weren't interested. But in the future, I would like you to consider the people who live in Baldwin. I know the IDA is paid for by developers, but please consider the residents. You know, I've been there a long time. My father was born in Baldwin. They had a farm where Stop and Shop is now. Okay, we would like to keep it, you know, where it is a quality of life there. And it's not, and I know there's other projects that are looking for IDA assistance, and I do wish you to consider that. It seems like Baldwin has very little representation. So please consider that. I would very much appreciate it, as would my neighbors. My mother's 86, she still lives in Baldwin. And, you know, we feel very left out. Are you just gonna put more and more IDA pilot apartments on Grand Avenue? Please, consider it. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, ma'am, much appreciated. No further comments, so our new business for the LDC, we don't need a motion for those, do we? We do. So I'm gonna do it again in one fell swoop, as we did previously. For new business, the readoption of the Code of Conduct whistleblower policy, the readoption of the LDC bylaws, the readoption of the travel policy, and the readoption of the LDC fee schedule. Is there anything else that has to go in that? No. Excellent. Can I get a motion to accept all four of those? Great. Can I get a second? Thank you very much. Those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Anybody abstain? Great. Motion carries. Reading and approval of the minutes. Consideration approval of the minutes of March 18th, 2025.
Chairman, I move that we waive the previous minutes, the reading of the previous minutes, and adopt the minutes of March 18, 2025.
Excellent. Second, great. Those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Abstentions? Great. Motion carries. Report of the treasurer. This is the report of the financial statements and expenditure list from March 12, 2025 to May 13th, 2025.
Thank you. Thank you once again. I want to commend the staff for doing a great job. And from March 12, 2025 to May 13, 2025, great job. Thank you.
Excellent. Are there any committee updates?
Now, the only thing I wanted to add was, Mr. Devine working with us on the issues of bonds for life's work. And, looking a month away or so? Yeah, roughly about 30 days.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Michael. Any other comments from the board or the staff before we make a motion to adjourn the LDC meeting? Excellent. May I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Great. May I get a second? Excellent. Those in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? Any abstention? Motion carries. Thank you all for being here. That concludes the May 20th Town of Hempstead LDC meeting.
Jackie, that matter got taken care of.
Yes.